Okay, so just a quick video. I just want to show the software that I use to record my videos with. This is Action, and it's pretty straightforward. These are where it puts the videos I've recorded, and you can play them from here to just see what you got. This is obviously a timer because I'm recording, and I'm recording the whole screen, and it's also saying the microphone is on. So you right over here, it says recording mode. You have a controller, you have a screen, and then you have this one, which will allow you to bring up like a little square area that you can adjust the size on to record just a specific spot on the screen. Of course, you have your file format. I'm using AVI, 1080p, 60 frames a second. You can set the duration of your recording, so you don't have to think about it. You just hit record and it'll record for whatever. This right here is something I don't use, so I'm not even going to explain it. If you're interested in the software, you can easily read it. The question mark is for. Record system sounds that allows you to record, your voice and everything like that. You got settings and all these other things. You got live broadcast, um, your audio recording, and of course these are all. You can reassign all of these to whatever keys you want to use, and I use F9 and so on. So that's the recording software. It's pretty straightforward. You can dive more into it. If you're interested in looking more into it, look it up on Steam. Minimize that. So speaking of Steam, so bring Steam up. I just downloaded Blender. I'm going to try to work on that, but let's go under software. So under software, in Steam, Music Maker, but what I really wanted to show was Movie Studio. So this is the software I use to edit all my videos. You can, let me bring this back up real quick. You see down here at the bottom where my pointer is, you have YouTube, Facebook. You can just send them straight from this software without any editing to those two. But if you want to do some editing, you need software something along this line. It's Movie Studio Platinum 13. I've already got this video that I've already posted on YouTube. It's called Savage Lands. And up here is this to your left is where it's showing it's recording. It gives frames per second and your timer and everything, but really it doesn't apply to this. So you got a lot of things you can do here. I'm not going to get into that. There's videos on it, but just to give you an idea, you have your timeline right here where my little cursor is. This gives you access to everything I put on here from my text at the beginning, which I'll hit play. So Old West Gamer popping up, and this is where I can edit it. There's my voice. Stop that. And then you can fade in, fade out, all kinds of stuff like that. Split. So like you can bring it here. Say I want to put a split right here. I can go down to split, or I can just hit I think it's Control S, and that'll split it. So now I can do additional things like transitions and whatever, and I can go up and undo it. But you got a lot of tools here. Some are hidden. You have to really dive into the software to find them. So you got, of course, you got Make Your Movie, and you can go ahead and send it straight from here to YouTube, which I don't do. I always save everything to disk, and I use these advanced options. And you can go. These are basic settings here, like MP4 and all. But I like to go in here and really dig deep into how you want to do it. So basically, I'm doing probably what that was going to do, but I like to make sure I look everything over, make sure it's the way I want it. But I've already rendered this, so I don't need to worry about it. But that's about it. It also has like a show me how. So you click on that, little hand comes up, and click on whatever you're on the screen, and it'll give you an idea of whatever it's for. You can rename stuff, your tracks. There's a lot of tools. It's not the most complicated, I find. I find it works pretty well. You can even do like a green screen, to put it simple. It's got all these other video effects you can do. Green screens in here, media generators. I think they call it chroma cast though when you're talking about the green stuff. Transitions, and of course your file explorer, project media, anything you're using within it, whether it's video, audio, text, will be in here so you can access it. And that's about it. These are the two main pieces of software I use for my video editing. If you want to do some music stuff, the Sony Music Studio is fine, but I find on Steam at least, and maybe it's just a Steam thing, I could be wrong, it's supposed to give you like a whole bunch of free loops and everything, and I cannot access it. So I found some free ones on their website which has allowed me to use it, but for the most part their audio quality is not there. So it's a good system. It works a lot like Movie Studio as far as editing and everything. It's sort of familiar or similar. Music Maker also very good, great audio quality. It's not commercial. You have to pay an extra fee to be able to use whatever you create on it commercially, unless you use like very small snippets. That seems to be fine, and also change it around enough where it doesn't match what they got. Music Studio, anything you use from it, you can use however you want, and if you buy their packages, I think for like $50 or something to get all the loops, that's also, you can use that commercially. So that is a plus side. Whatever you buy from them, at least you can use however you want. Here you can buy their package stuff with their loops, and it's still not gonna be commercially usable technically. So just keep that in mind. VoiceBot I use for voice commands and games and whatnot, and it's just kind of fun. And yeah, and so you got Steam too. If you don't know about Steam, you should. If you're watching this, you probably do. So I've got games, software, music, videos, blah blah blah, and just a good load of games. And that's pretty much it. Of course, now I will point out that if you are using like an Xbox One or a PS4 and you want to edit it to bring them from there, the PS4 you can use a thumb drive to transfer any of your videos. I mean, you can do a lot on the PS4 and on the Xbox One as far as editing, but it's better to, if you don't want to use a capture card. Now if you got a capture card, then you just plug those two into your PC, and then you can capture the video from that with action and so on. But if you're like me and haven't gotten around to spending the $150 on an external capture card or whatever it is for an internal one, yeah, this is the way you'd probably want to do it. Instead of having with the Xbox One, you have to send it to the SkyDrive or the OneDrive or where they're calling it now, and then access it from there. Not a big deal, because you render it from there. It's multiple. It's a few more steps, but you just do it. It takes probably less time when it really comes down to it to get it from the Xbox One onto your PC than it does the PS4, because if you have a lot of 15-minute recordings, it's just a very long ordeal to get them transferred to a thumb drive. It takes forever. But it does work. You can bring your files over. It's like I have Batman Arkham Knight, and there they are. And then I can take these onto my Movie Maker and edit them, and then prep them and put them on YouTube, which is where I have put them under this particular place. Forget I'm putting this on YouTube, so you know where it's at. So yeah, just a little idea there. The Xbox One now, you could, I'm not sure, I haven't looked, but I don't think you can take the files from the Xbox One, put them onto one of the hard drives, which you could plug in, or a thumb drive, and then take that out and put it in your PC, plug it in your PC, and then do it. I haven't really tried that. I don't think it allows you to access those files. Anyway, there's the basic stuff I've been using. There's probably some piece of software that are recommended by other gamers who do like Let's Plays and all. Action had a pretty good review, I guess you say, the positive side. Movie Studio did not. It had just come out, I think, on Steam, or at least they had a new deal on it, and nobody really had commented on it, but I'd used their stuff before, and it worked great. So anyway, thanks for watching.